Hi everyone, I'm Jesus Cortez with NCTV 17, and today we're here in downtown Naperville in a sunny day where there appears to have been a giant bug outbreak. Thankfully, I'm not talking cicadas. These are much, much cuter. And actually standing over here right next to one is the Executive Director of the Downtown Naperville Alliance, Katie Wood.
Hi.
Katie, how are you doing today?
I'm doing very well. Thank you for coming to downtown Naperville
Of
today.
course. I'm really excited to find out about all these giant sculptures. Can you talk to us a little bit about them?
We're happy to tell you about them. So we have 18 in all. This is our annual summer painted sculpture program. We chose insects this year, so there's 4 different types downtown. We have caterpillars, snails, honeybees, and ladybugs. There's 18 in all, and they just hit the streets yesterday.
Perfect. And you mentioned ladybugs, bees,
Yep.
caterpillars. I'm sure there's going to be a lot of people wondering, myself included, no cicadas?
No cicadas. Thankfully, there's plenty in the air and in the trees, right? A few of them, though, you'll see when you come visit and see them all. A few of them painted cicadas on there, but these are kind of fun bugs, we call them. And they'll be here all summer, unlike the cicadas that'll only be here for about 4 weeks. So.
Perfect, right? I'm sure
Yeah.
I'm sure the community will forgive you. I'm sure there's no shortage of cicada viewings here.
Right, exactly.
So let's
Yes.
talk a little bit about the details of this one, Katie.
Yes, so this one is called, every one of them has a name, and they've been sponsored and painted by local artists. But this one is called Be Beautiful. I love puns. Great pun on this one. It's a honeybee, and it was sponsored by Little Luxuries, which is a downtown Naperville business. And what's really neat about this one is it was painted by our local high school art students. So Naperville Central art students painted this. They worked on it for a couple of months, and they just did a beautiful job. And they even included some inspirational messages on the wing saying, I'm just winging it, be your style. To be or not to be, that is the question. So it's just a fun, animated, yet beautiful piece that we have down here at Main and Jefferson.
Lots of puns, just really colorful. I'm a big fan of the purple and blue color scheme that it's got going on here.
I'm with you.
And the eyes and the smile on this bee are just super inviting. Are people allowed to kind of get on top of these, or should they kind of admire from afar?
Well, I'm glad you asked that. These are works of art, and we do have caution signs, and we would really ask that people do not sit on these or stand on them. I know that temptation is there. We have the signs there, but they are meant to be works of art. And so for the safety of the children primarily, and also the safety of the piece, we want these to last all summer long. We kindly ask that you look and see it. Fine to take a picture next to it, but please kindly don't sit or stand on them if you would.
Right.
So thank
remember,
you.
don't get too close to bugs, right?
Yeah, right.
All right, Katie, we can make our way going down the street where there's going to be more, right?
There are more.
As we're kind of walking down, I see right in here Ramsey's Kitchen.
Yes.
Now, Ramsey's Kitchen's a newer restaurant here in downtown Naperville.
They are,
And I have to ask, with the summer season approaching, kids are out of school, they're going to be in the streets a lot more here. Are there any other new businesses coming soon or that have already just opened?
We're excited to tell you about a few more. And Ramsey's, notably, they just celebrated their 1-year anniversary. So we're so thrilled to have them here. Other new places right across the street, almost diagonally from Ramsey's, is Alta Vida. They're going to be opening up June 12th. Mm-hmm. We heard it's kind of a Latin fusion restaurant and bar, even dancing, that will take place. And that's at 16 West Jefferson. So that's where, gosh, for people that have been here a long time, I think it was Leonardo's, and then it was, oh goodness, we had Craftsman there before, so it's going to be called Alta Vida.
Alta Vida.
And it's opening soon. We also have a few new businesses opening up at the Main Street Promenade, a jewelry store called Kendra Scott, another retailer called Everything But Water, and a few other exciting names to come. So it's always happening down here.
So lots of fun coming to downtown Naperville in the summer, right?
Yes,
so
definitely.
Katie, here we are next to another sculpture. What do we got here?
So this is one of the caterpillars. So this is obviously different than the honeybee. This is sponsored by local business Potter's Place. So this is just a beautiful work of art. This is painted by Adela, who also did a lot of the artwork on our Century Walk murals and everything. If you really look, it's just intricate, the beauty, and it's really 360 here. It's beautiful on the back as well. And again, we just make the reminders. We like people to look and admire it, but please don't sit on it would be preferred.
Yeah, I'm a really big fan. They have the mariachi here on the back.
Yes.
There's like a lizard over there closer to the head. I'm a big fan of the Hispanic culture, so seeing it here and it's right outside
that's
of Potter's.
great. Well, that's great. Of course, yes. We absolutely love this one. And I should mention that people, and I don't know if it's too soon to mention, but we will be voting. People can vote for their favorite on our website, downtownnaperville.com. So as we see some of these, people will be able to go to our website and vote. which one they like best.
Perfect. And as we walk to the other one over here, as you mentioned, you can vote for your favorite. There's 18 in total. Is there a way that people can know exactly where they can find every single sculpture?
Great question. Again, on our website, you could just go to downtownnaperville.com and click on events, and we have it there, and you can also, and you'll be able to download and print a map. We'll also have hard copies around many of the businesses, and if you follow us on social media, we also link the map there too.
Perfect. And actually, the cameraman over here is looking at the one across the street. It's another Caterpillar.
I
actually saw this one before we went live here, and I was just a big fan of all the designs. You got a soccer ball, basketball, baseball, and then just the idea of having the football, which is the more of an egg shape at the end of the tail. It's just so fun to see.
It's so perfect. That one is named Ballsy, and that was painted by a local artist, Donna Davis, sponsored by Bill and Nancy Mitchell. It's very clever. They definitely wanted to be in front of Naperville Running Company because of the shoes, of course. And so that is just a very fun animated one. We're very happy to have that.
It's just really fun. As you can see here, there's a family looking at it, and they seem to also really enjoy the design. So, you know, these giant bugs are catching the eyes of just everyone right now. And
well,
it's just tons
we
of
love
fun.
that. It makes it all worth it, especially when we see kids standing up and just, you know, the gasp. It really makes it warms our heart.
Right. And Katie, as we make our way to the next sculpture, you know, as we mentioned, thankfully the community is really enjoying these. What was the process of getting them here? You know, there are 18 sculptures. Again, they're giant, not small little bugs, not like cicadas, they're giant.
Right.
What was the process of getting them here?
Well, so this really starts back in January. We kind of go and look at catalogs, and we sort of ponder what we want the theme to be for the year. And this was one that just kind of buzzed to the top, if you will, pun intended.
I love it.
And we share it with our downtown marketing committee, and we just picked this one. Typically, we like to have ones that people can participate with, whether they've been benches or chairs. But these just really caught our eye as just sort of a fun addition. I would say people are like, how great, it was the year of cicadas and you chose bugs. That was on our radar screen, but I can't take credit for that. That's why we chose what we chose. So, but yeah, it starts then. So we get them in March. We quickly get them to artists. Well, first of all, business sponsors sponsor each one. Then we get them to the artists. They work on them for about a couple of months. And then we have them auto glazed by a local car dealership, Gerald Auto. And then we're able, in conjunction with our City of Naperville Department of Public Works, to install them.
Perfect. And as we see over here, there's a giant ladybug over here, and this one's really pink. And this one ultimately caught my eye, just the giant pink color of it.
Yeah, it's very colorful. And what's neat about this one is they have QR codes as part of the artwork, so people can actually scan those. And those are local nonprofit organizations that this sponsor, Two Maids of Naperville, supports. So they've really made it interactive so people can engage with the sponsor, with the sculpture.
Absolutely, and I just love the design. And you know, speaking of the design, I actually had the opportunity to meet with one of the artists, Marianne Listen-Kuhn. And she actually painted a giant caterpillar and a giant bee.
Yes,
and
correct.
For those who want to see a little more information on that or get to know Marianne Listen-Kuhn, the story is on our NCTV 17 website.
Thank you for doing that. That's great.
Yeah, I ultimately saw it as an opportunity for me to get to meet one of the artists. And you know, the amount of detail that Marianne Listen-Kuhn put into it it's just mind-blowing. And all of these sculptures show it, and it's just, you know, they had a lot of fun with it, and it was truly an artwork of passion.
Yes.
So
yes.
I'm really happy that we have sculptures here again in downtown Naperville that people can come see.
Yeah.
And you know, like we mentioned, the map is here in downtown Naperville on the website where they can find out where all of them are. Definitely check them out, because we only are able to see a couple of them, but they're all over the place. They're
all over the place. They're on Jefferson. They're on Water Street. We have some on Van Buren, on Main Street, of course. So yeah, they're just everywhere. We really like to bring this back every year. It's a program that really the United Way started back in the late 90s, and they stopped doing it after a few years, and it was really probably 12 or 13 years now that the downtown decided to bring it back.
Yeah.
So every year we've had we've had dogs, we've had golf ball chairs, we've had benches, we've had, you know, but this is just, it's a buggy summer.
Right. And then again, just if the cameraman could take one more look at all of the designs of this sculpture to see how, you know, again, like just the details are just extravagant. They're just really wonderful.
Yes.
And Katie, as we mentioned, they're going to be here for the entire summer, correct?
They will be. So they just were installed yesterday morning, bright and early, and our hope, with tender loving care, that they will stay up until early September for people to enjoy when they come to visit and bring their kids and come enjoy and shop and have a nice lunch and get some ice cream, all that good stuff. So,
and then there's also a voting process, right?
There is. So you could go to downtownnaperville.com. It has just gone live, and you could vote for your favorite. One vote per IP address, I guess we say. And at the end of August, we'll be able to reveal the top vote-getting sculptures.
Perfect.
I think they're all winners, though.
Oh, absolutely. They're all being loved by everyone.
Yes,
so
they
at the
really
very
are.
least, all of the sculptures are getting loved. All of the artists are getting loved from
Yes,
it.
absolutely.
So absolutely, yeah. After this live, I'll be sure to take a look at more of the sculptures here in
Yeah.
downtown Naperville. Katie, I
Please
really
do.
appreciate you
Thank you
and
so
your
much.
time and
Thank
talking
you,
with us.
NCTV.
Of course.
Thank you so much for always being downtown Naperville. We
Perfect.
appreciate it.
So thank you so much for joining into this live. If you're here in downtown Naperville, be sure to check out the summer sculptures. Reporting for NCTV 17, I'm Jesus Cortez.